Hi Nancy, I hope you had a wonderful Thursday. I had a very good time with my family, and we went to downtown Mexico, visiting different altars to see different. That was the last day, It's Dia de los Muertos. It happens for 2 days, and the first day is a tiny bit more looking like Halloween, the American Halloween, but there is the offering, the food offering, the altar, so it's a bit different, and it's on November 1st, not October 31st. So I would like to, before I start summarizing everything we did the last time, I'd like to give you a few exercises. This is from the book Clear Speech. Okay, Clear Speech. I'll show you the page. That's a book I sent you. And I can use it only on the videos because it's a listening. Most of the time, it's a listening. You're gonna find listening exercises, different exercises concerning. Let me just come back to the page I was. That would be page. Well, this one, which is 13 in Roman, in Latin. So it's just to improve your listening skills. Okay, so I'll tell you, you need to listen. You will hear either sentence A or sentence B, and you need to circle the letter of the sentence you hear. Okay, so the first one is done. Do you wash everything? If I tell you they saved old bottles, she loved each child, we've put it away, we've put it away, he spills everything. Does she bring her card every day? What does live mean? Who'll ask you? He watched all of them. He watched all of them. He put the ticket away. Is this a wrong road? Okay, so that's the first exercise. Now the second part, the vowels. You will hear either sentence A or B. Circle the letter of the sentence you hear. So the first one is done. Did you bring the bat or the bait? I prefer this test. This one is hard. This test. It's a good bet. It's on the trunk. The man worked hard. How do you spell sin? How do you spell luck? Luck. We use the map. Here's John coming. Everybody laughed. I ran to school every day. Okay, so that's the two first exercises I would like you to go through to improve your listening skills. Now let's get to conversational American English, and it was a part 6, sorry, and page 3, part 6, expressing surprise at meeting someone. What a surprise to meet you here. You didn't expect someone to come over for a party. Imagine meeting you here, or imagine meeting you there. Fancy meeting you here, or fancy meeting you there. It's used. It's not that common. Never thought I'd seen you here. Never thought I'd see you here. Sorry. Never thought I'd see you here. Sometimes in English you can add additional consonants. They don't really belong to the word. It's just for the sake of perfecting the pronunciation. Never thought I'd seen you here. I'd seen you. You see, seen you here. I'm adding an N in order to perfect the pronunciation here. I'd seen you here. What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Not really common. Part of the town, location. What are you doing in this part of town? What are you doing in this part of town? That's more common. What are you doing out of the office? Where have you been hiding yourself? Where have you been? It's better to say that. Where have you been? Where have you been? What have you been up to? Like, what have you been doing lately? What have you been up to? Shouldn't you be at work? Shouldn't you be at work? So it's like I'm seeing you here at the store, but you aren't you supposed to work? Shouldn't you be at work? Have you been keeping busy? It's not really common. The three last guys are not really common. Have you been keeping busy? You've been keeping busy. Been keeping busy. It's not very common. It depends on part of the country. You know, in some states they can use some very old expressions. California, no. After you have greeted someone, we seem to keep running in each other. So you keep seeing a person. You know, you are downtown. You keep seeing the same person, and can be a friend or somebody you don't know. Haven't we met before? Haven't we met before? Haven't we met before? So be careful. Haven't we met before? Haven't we met before? So haven't. Haven't we met before? Haven't we met before? Okay. We have to stop meeting like this. In a strange way or the same places. We have to stop meeting like this. Didn't we meet at that party last week? So you met someone, you recognize a person on the street, on a coffee shop, restaurant, and you can just say, didn't we meet at that party last week? Which party? Nancy's party. Oh yes, true, it's right. I recognize you. I'm sorry, I have forgotten your name. It's more formal. I have forgotten your name. Or you can also simplify, I forgot your name. I've forgotten your name. I've been meaning to call you. I have been meaning to call you. I've been meaning to call you. Okay, let's stop here because I would like to talk about that the next time. And American Headway, people, the great communicators, and it was page 7. We can communicate with other people in many different ways. I think we already did it. I think I'm just going nuts here. Yeah, we didn't do that. I think we continue. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry about that. Listening and speaking neighbors. What are your ideal neighbors like? What are your ideal neighbors like? Sorry about that. What are your ideal neighbors like? Complete the questionnaire on the right, then discuss your answers with a partner. So my ideal neighbor, calm, quiet, respectful. You know, we can meet each other for coffee, stuff like that, but that's it. I don't like loud neighbors. I don't like when they blast their music. Anyways, so my ideal neighbors are people who say hello when I see them. Yes. I never see. No. Have parties and invite me. In between. Are very quiet. Yes. Often come over for a cup of coffee. No, just sometimes. Come over to borrow things. No, sometimes. Make themselves at home in my house. No. It's a very respectful place. I don't like when people put their feet on my couch, or they turn on the TV without being asked to do that. So yeah, it's just a bit of respect. So make themselves at home in my house. No. Okay, so imagine I'm sleeping. I used to have a neighbor like that. She was from Australia, and she was partying all night long, and I was waking up at 5 a.m. and I was the one. I was this guy. So not really fun for them because they want to party, but I told them, look, if you really want to party, why don't you go to a club or something? You're not gonna bother anybody. So anyways, we have different questions here. Good fences make good neighbors. Like, you need to put some boundaries, okay? Your neighbors cannot come anytime they want. In American English, we tend to see, well, come by anytime or stop by anytime, okay? Or come over anytime. It doesn't mean it's true. It means we just want to be polite. We want to sound respectful and nice, but it doesn't mean you can come anytime you want, okay? So good fences make good neighbors. I agree, because it's important to put some boundaries. That way people don't come over anytime they want. We cannot do exercise 3 and 4. We'll do them when you have the CDs, okay? And we have to go directly to this one. So we use certain expressions in different social situations. How are you? Fine, thanks. Hello, Janelle. Oh, hello, Jane. That's the second time makes a mistake. I cannot see the exclamation mark. Hello, Jane. Hi, Peter. See you tomorrow. Bye, see you then. Good night, sleep well. Good morning, good morning. Hello, I'm Ellen Paul. You can also say Peter and Peter. Cheers. It's not very common. You're gonna hear that from Irish people, British people, some Canadians. America is more like take care, have a nice day, see you soon, bye. Take care. Cheer up is like to make somebody happier. Okay, cheer up. Come on, don't be depressed. The thing is, cheers it's used, but it's not. It depends your community, I would say. It depends where you belong, with which kind of people you want to hang out with, that you like hanging out with. And cheers is also can be used when you want to drink a glass of wine. Cheers. Okay. Excuse me. You're welcome. Make yourself at home. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Have a good weekend. Same to you, or it's really needed. Have a good weekend. Fine, thanks. Or thank you very much. Thank you. That's very nice of you. You're welcome. Bless you. Same to you. I'm missing one answer here. How can I help you? Hello, I'm Ellen Paul. Yes, can I help you? Morning, good morning. Yes, how can I help you? It depends on the context here. We can have different options here. But I know we had the, excuse me. Yes, can I help you? This one, that's the one. Okay. And we started also the way we live. So we have the present tenses, have, collocation, daily life, and making conversation. Match the flags with the countries they belong to. They are all English-speaking countries. So we have Australia, the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada. So we have Australia and New Zealand. We have South Africa, and New Zealand. Okay. South Africa and New Zealand. So people and places, the present tenses, complete each text with the words in the box. So exports, enjoy, immigrants, huge. Then match a country from the starter and a photograph to each text. This country has a fairly small population, just 16 million, but its area is huge. The people are mainly of European descent, but there are also Aborigines and a lot of Southeast Asian immigrants. People live in towns on the coast, so not so much inland because it is so hot. They live a lot of their lives outdoors and enjoy sports, swimming, and having barbecues. This country exports wine and wool. It has more than 60 million sheep. So this is Australia, this one, and we can match a picture, this one. Very, very, very. Yeah, in the middle of the country, it's pretty rare to live inside. B, this is the second biggest country in the world, but it has a population of only 30 million. It is so big that there is a variety of climates. Most people live in the south because the north is too cold. It is famous for its beautiful mountains and lakes. It has more lakes than any other country. Two of the most popular sports are ice hockey and baseball. C, this country, so Canada, that's this one. C, this country has a population of about 45 million. You see no S. Of these, 76% are black and 12% white. It has a warm climate. Either it never rains or it rains a lot. This is what we call the rainy season. There is a season during the summer, a bit more. It is the world's biggest producer of gold, and it exports diamonds too. It grows a lot of fruit, including oranges, pears, grapes, and it makes wine. In the game reserves, you can see a lot of wildlife, including lions, elephants, zebras, and giraffes. Well, this is Africa, well, South Africa, and that's this one. The guy you have here, this picture, is from New Zealand. You see they have these Maori moko. I think they call it the moko. Okay, so that's it for this book. And okay, we didn't do this one. And I would like to boost up your vocabulary. So this is boost your vocabulary number 3. And we have different feelings and emotions. We need to reuse everything. This is something I would like to do in the next time. But I want you to get started with the vocabulary, to feel or to be. To feel or to be afraid of. So that's the most important part. The preposition right after the verb, or the adjective, sorry. Right after the adjective. So to be afraid of, to be angry, or to feel angry about, to feel ashamed, to be ashamed, disappointed, disgusted, embarrassed, envious, excited, exhausted, frightened, frustrated, guilty, happy, hurt, jealous, proud, sad, shocked, sorry, surprised, tense, tired, upset. And this is the adjective, and we have the nouns based on the same root. So to be afraid of is the fear. To be angry about is the anger. Ashamed, shame, etc., etc. So we'll try to make some sentences based on all the different feelings and emotions. And to finish, we have English, understanding and using English grammar. This is the 3rd edition. This is not the last edition, but we did a bit of exercises. I think it was a page. Here we go. Okay. So let me just check something. So that's so yeah, I sometimes send the video from YouTube because I don't have any space on pCloud, so I have to delete some files. And sometimes my students, they don't download anything, so I have to wait for them to do their jobs. But yeah, I use YouTube as well, but most of the time in a private viewing. So I use a private viewing. It's only you can watch it, but seems like it's so private that even you cannot even open it. So it's not really easy. So the grammar, just don't forget about the regular verbs, okay, and the pronunciation of ed endings, the simple past, okay. So looked, clapped, missed, watched, because if I say washed, it's to wash the laundry, okay. Watched, so watch and watched. So I'm giving you the infinitive here. Watch, to watch TV, and I watched TV. I know it's hard here. Finished, laughed. So we have the t, looked sound when we have a verb ending with K, P, S, CH, SH, and GH, which is a F sound. Okay? Second group, smell. Okay? Or smelled. Or smelled. It depends here. Look, if I show you the list, you're going to understand. So smell, where is smell? Second part. Okay. Smell, smelled, smelt, smelled, smelt. Both are fine. Okay? I would say more is British, more the American. So to finish, smelled, I smelled, or you smelled. Saved, cleaned, robbed, played. The D sound, played. rubbed, cleaned, etc. So we use this pronunciation with the verbs ending with a L, smell, V, N, B, or Y, or a vowel. Okay, it would be more common to use a Y. And the third group is the easiest. If the verb ends with a T or a D, we have the ED sound. Decided, needed, wanted, invited. Okay? So three groups: talked, sobbed, graded, asked, helped, watched, filled, defended, poured, waited, enjoyed, lauded. To be lauded is also to be rich. He's lauded. You don't add a complement here. Roamed, wander, kissed, halted, stopped, laughed, dried, believed, judged, counted, added, boxed, rested, and pushed. The thing with some verbs like let's say halted or roamed, we are so used to use different expressions, and we are not really open-minded with new verbs or new ways to think. It's this is where you see if a language or some people are creative or not. You see. But anyways, let's continue. So I ask you to do the exercise 11. Okay, so I want to see if you can give me the right pronunciation. Ideally, you record your voice with a voice recorder and you send me the file. Okay, and we did also 5 different, I'll give you 5 more actually. To arise, arose, arisen, to be, was, were, been, bear, bore, born. That's the most common in American English, is born, like that. Beat, beat, beaten. Become, became, become. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 more. Begin, began, begun. Bend, bent, bent. Bet, bet, bet. 3, 4, 5. Bid, bid, bid. Bind, bound, bound. Be careful. Bind, bound, bound. It's like pride, proud. The bound. Okay? We need to make some sentences with those guys in order to remember them better. Okay? So the huge list is pretty big. And we're going to need to do some exercises here. Okay? So we have some problems. They say troublesome verbs. Raise, rise, set, sit, lay, lie, etc., etc. We'll explain that. Okay? You have a beautiful weekend. I'll probably see you Monday. We said actually next week. That was this week. We could have the schedule at 10, 10, 11. But next week we can have it at 9, 9, and 10. Okay? So 9 a.m. Monday, 9 a.m. Tuesday, and 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Okay? You have a beautiful weekend, Nancy. Sorry for the delay. I hope you can memorize everything we did so far. It's not difficult. I'm trying to make you speak as well during the sessions for you to get familiar, comfortable with the different pronunciations, with the different ways of expressing different ideas. Okay? See you soon. Talk to you soon, Nancy. Bye-bye. Take care.